In this episode of Dolce Vita, embark on a journey into Hong Kong's diverse world of art. Discover a new addition to the Hong Kong Island West neighborhood. Explore the creativity in culinary arts. Enjoy home life to the fullest. And sit down with Hong Kong photographer Fenko Lai. As you may already know, Hong Kong is the hub of art trades in Asia. In an auction event held in Hong Kong earlier, visitors even had a chance to appreciate carefully curated arts of the 20th and 21st centuries.
One of the coolest things about attending an auction event like this is, in addition to being able to see a vast array of artists and artworks all assembled in the same place, you get to talk to a lot of people who know a lot about art and the business of art. Christian, how are you?
Desmond,
Good to see you.
thank you so much for giving me the chance.
Thanks for having us. Let's take a walk around.
So much to see, so much to talk.
Christian, I think when people talk about art, and especially auction, they think immediately that it's something that's very high-end and unattainable. What has your auction house done to change this perception?
Desmond, you are so right. Once upon a time, this was for the almighty and powerful and rich. But things has changed, and now our businesses invite new art fairs, new collectors, new artists, new art advisors, young art advisors and young curators to team up with us and to give this platform to all kind of possibilities.
Okay. Are there any categories or trends that you're finding in recent years that have been popular?
I think popular equals quality. A good painting, a good sculpture will tell a good story if it's passion from the beginning. A good artist will have something to say if he talks from the heart.
Christian, just now, even in our little walk, we saw a lot of works that are by renowned international artists. You see their works displayed in museums. Are there any emerging names that you can recommend or tell people to pay attention to?
What I say to collectors, to museums, to institutions, go and discover, go and find artists, go to knock at the doors of the studios, talk to art advisors, talk to the galleries, have no fear. So I can mention Joy Labingio, I can mention Gerardimas Floratos, I can mention Violet Huami, I can mention Derek Farjou. I mean, all these young artists, they're already recognized in terms of they are embraced by curators, by museums, by collectors, by community. But there's always going to be somewhere, somehow, a new artist, a new possibility, a new story to tell. So that's what I love about working in contemporary art. Every day is a new dawn. Every day is a new beginning.
Eric, it's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How do you think the art markets value and perceive Asian artists?
我们看到越来越多的的成长跟这个认同，因为呢，亚洲的藏家呢非常有兴趣在所有的艺术品项上去发展，所以呢，其实他们是最了解亚洲艺术本身的价值，所以这近年来我们看到这个价格的成长呢，成为数倍的一个成长性。
Just off camera just now, you told me that since 2008, you guys have already been exhibiting Eastern and Western works together. But this is the first time you've been doing it on this scale with names this big. Why have you chosen to do that?
因为我们预期的整个市场呢会越来越国际化。其实香港是一个很国际化的城市，也是一个亚洲的一个中心点，有一个文化中心点。所以我们看到的未来的市场，从08年以后。将有个机会呢，藏家会希望有更多的一个西方艺术跟这个选择在香港，所以我们开始在尝试哪些好的西方艺术可以带到香港市场来。 其实参与拍卖呢是一个很简单的事情，因为基本上呢，拍卖公司的估价呢都有一个很清楚的所谓低标到高标，所以这个估价呢是按照我们长期观察市场的原则上来定的。所以我觉得第二个是拍卖公司选的艺术家是在很众多的艺术家跟画廊里面选择出来的，所以呢，我们是保有就是说上拍就能卖掉的一个原则上，所以我们是很注意在价格跟品质方面的一个选择。这一点来讲，相对在跟画廊来讲是容易一点，因为呢，你画廊来讲，可能一个画廊最多30-40个艺术家，可能2个成功，但拍卖来讲，基本上平均一场拍卖在9成8成都要卖掉的情况之下，所以在选择的比例上，成功率比较高。
My conversations with Eric and Christian reinforced the notion for me. When it comes to art, the subject matter, the colors, and the textures are only secondary. The most important thing is what story the artist is trying to tell, and also how the artwork makes you feel. This auction event takes place twice a year, usually in the spring and autumn. If you missed it this time around, don't worry. You only have to wait a few months to catch it again.
Hey Des, which area in Hong Kong intrigues you?
I think Shenzhen's pretty cool, Lena. I think it's an embodiment of the East meets West concept. You have your traditional businesses, the dried seafood stores there that may have been operating for generations. But then you also have your hip cafes and now a lot of art stuff. So it's a nice place to kind of spend an afternoon on a weekend. What do you think of it?
Well, I'm not that familiar with Shenzhen, but I do know it's a great place for entrepreneurs to develop their businesses.
As one of the most colorful and cool neighborhoods in Hong Kong, Shenzhen has become a place where it's not only offering hip urban culture and city heritage, but also a haven for artsy folks to enjoy outstanding artworks by artists from all corners of the globe. Blending the best of city life and everything in between, Shenzhen is an urban oasis for budding entrepreneurs and businesses of all types and sizes. In addition, office complexes in Shenzhen have transformed from traditional buildings into a dynamic hub that provides collaborative working environments for office workers, event and F&B services.
I think the environment is really the key of the elements that I would go for, because I think having a very positive energy is what my main goal is, especially for me, myself, and also for my whole team. So I think like this building has a great view and the interior design is very modern. Like things like this really gives a very great marks for me to pick where my studio should be.
We really like Shenzhen because this place can be quiet as well as busy sometimes. And our clients, because we're in the immigration industry, our clients come from different backgrounds and different countries. And sometimes they would like to look at the sea view and then have a quiet place to perhaps stay even on the 18th floor right here. And we can have a chill chat on the 18th floor looking at the sea. And this actually helps us increase our conversion rate. And that's why I really like Shenzhen as our main office.
Nina, our viewers don't get to see what we do in between shots. Before we were on a sky deck level, and now we're up here at this beautiful restaurant, and I assure you, we have never left the building. Pretty cool, eh?
It is cool, and just because we're in an office complex doesn't mean it's just all work and no play. I mean, look at this place, it's so chill.
I love how it's so small and intimate. But you know what? The food's getting cold, so let's eat.
Let's dig in.
Oh, my sashimi is so good in every aspect. You know, it has a very interesting texture. You have a deep fried seaweed, and on top of that, the buttery smoothness of the wild toro. And on top of that, you have some wasabi cream, and visually it's stunning as well. It's got the gold leaf that's moving. How's your beef?
It was amazing. My Wagyu beef, it was tender, it was delicious, and it paired so well with the truffle sauce. It was delicious.
Well, what a wonderful experience we get here. Traditional Kapu cuisine and this stunning 270-degree view of the harbor. Not something you get to see every day.
It is beautiful, but I think I'm going to continue eating.
Suit yourself. I'm going to enjoy some sunset.
Cultural and artsy. This exciting Hong Kong metropolis is a perfect destination for professionals to connect, collaborate, and create. After the break, enjoy some picturesque dishes. Experience life at a waterfront home, and chat with photographer Fanko Lai. Culinary art is the art of cooking and presenting foods. In this sense, the creative process is an endless experiment of cooking methods, ingredient matchings, and plating techniques. The artisan codfish with pickled cabbage and chili is an excellent example of edgy and experimental artisan cooking. By harmoniously blending Chinese and Western cuisine, Chef Key hopes to bring an exciting experience to diners in Hong Kong.
I think what distinguishes a good dish from a great dish is its presentation. The more beautiful and creative the presentation, the more enticing it is, and it's share-worthy on social media. All right, it's time to take our camera out.
The Australian Wagyu beef is seasoned with flavor-infused oils and served with a coddled duck egg yolk. It is also beautifully plated with colorful edible flowers, almost too pretty to eat. Braised short ribs are a gastropub staple across Europe, but the chef upgraded the meaty dish with beautiful plating and delicious Asian flavors, making it very interesting.
Dessert is the course that concludes a meal, and as you can see, desserts nowadays are getting more and more exquisite. Not to mention, look at these ones, they're stealing the spotlight from the main course as well. Also, we all know that indulging in your favorite dessert also makes you feel a lot happier.
Desserts always make us feel satisfied after a meal, not only because they bring the sweet endorphin rush, but beautifully presented desserts are also the biggest eye pleasers. Enjoying a roast mousse in the form of a vanity box is more than just tasting a dessert. It is simply an experience that will make you smile from within.
A place that I call home is somewhere where I feel at ease, comfortable, and once I open the door, I feel a warm welcome. If I had to design my own home, I would have some simplistic colors, earthy tones, and something I like to do is have some habits of keeping flowers and plants around the house. Or you can have some nature right behind you.
Now, because I grew up in Australia, so I often get asked if I prefer living in Australia or Hong Kong more. The thing is, there's really no answer to that question. Like, I really like the convenience and efficiency of Hong Kong, but at the same time, I really miss my house, my garden, and the nature in Australia. So I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if there was a magic door that can transport me both ways? Like, inside the door, Australia home, and out the door, Hong Kong. Voila!
Home is a safe haven and a comfort zone where you can create memories that will last a lifetime. While the dining room is the place where you enjoy food and conversation with family and friends, the living room is where you entertain guests and loved ones. And it is where families tend to spend the bulk of their at-home time together. So I would say it is the warmest room in the entire house.
When the view from your home looks like that, I think floor-to-ceiling windows are a must. Plenty of natural light in here, bring in lots of great energy.
Speaking of great energy, we're at a spot right here in between the living room and the dining room. Perfect place for family and friends, but I like to stay at home a lot and cook, so let's see what the spacious kitchen looks like.
Kitchens have a natural way to bring people closer together. Whether you're cooking with a family or having a meal with your friends, you're opening an opportunity for connection.
Many people prefer outdoor seating when there's sunshine. I think this spacious patio is perfect for people who like to relax and unwind after a long day of work.
There's certainly a lot to love about this house. Now, talking about somewhere to relax, most of us spend at least a third of our time sleeping, or at least attempting to do so. So how can we not check out the bedrooms also?
The bedroom is the haven for taking some me time. Whether you want to just wind down a little or get some good rest, the bedroom is the perfect place to escape and relax. Be creative and spend time on a place you call home. Your mood will be uplifted and you will feel more comfortable walking into a place you call your own. Expensive homes are nice, but the best kind of homes are the ones that are the homiest.
For me, photography is create the magic moment and capture it, share it, and try to connect with people, and then try to touch it, move the people. That's the photography.
Passionate about black and white photography, Fanko Lai started to have interest in photography when he was young. Specializing in capturing human emotions, this particular skill has made Fanko to be considered one of the most renowned professional fashion and lifestyle photographers in Hong Kong.
Can you tell us about your story and how did you get started?
Why? Because when I walk by the boutique or shop and I see so many amazing photos, and I want to know how they make it. It's so interesting. So I take some classes. I took a class for talking about black and white photography, how they make a perfect pictures. After taking a class, and then I thought, oh my God, that's photography. That's how you make a magic happen, okay?
It changed your whole world.
It's changed my life forever.
We know that you flew personally to New York to pursue your photography dream. So how has that inspired you in terms of photography skills or photo taking skills?
New York City is a very crazy place to live, to learn, and to meet a lot of good friends and study.
So how about talking about the school you were in New York City on the photo taking skills? Like how is Hong Kong different from New York?
In New York City, you can open your mind. I think the concept is most important thing you got to learn, okay? The concept is the main reason to give you the big impact for the photos, not the technique. That's the main thing I mainly learned it from New York.
So it's the meaning and the story behind it, and also it's in the moment that makes it feel so casual.
Yes.
Due to his profession, Fanko has worked with different famous celebrities and artists from all over the world for the past 2 decades. But none of them can be as unforgettable as the iconic legends Anita Mui and Leslie Chang.
Can you tell us about your work experience with Anita Mui and Leslie Chang? I'm sure we all want to know why it is the most unforgettable moment in your career.
Oh yeah. That's a lovely moment. When you work with the superstar like that, you just feel, oh, that's an honor. And then she's so great. And then whatever you ask, okay, she just performed 100%. Actually, it's more than 100%. And that cover is kind of very difficult because we set up all the mirror around her, and then we get see all the reflection, and then we have to do a lot of good lighting for that. For me, I always before I take the pictures, I always talk the story and then communicate with the artist, and I tell her the story about that, what I wanted to be very cool, and more eye contact or something like that. She just listened, and then she just delivered 100% what I want.
What about Leslie Chang?
Oh wow, he's just so great artist, and then he just if you are more committed, and then if he like your pictures, he just 100% involved in it, and he's like, oh my God, I don't know how to say it.
He's a legend.
Of course.
How do you think that photography has evolved over time?
from the past to the future or to the present?
This is a very good question, okay? It's a lot of people asking, though. Photography is just a medium. You don't have to straightforward for that. Oh, photography is mean like using the light to create a picture. So whatever the time, digital, film, whatever the timing, still there. I think the idea, the execute, to present, how you put your emotion on the pictures is more important than we talking about film or digital. A lot of people, oh, digital is coming, photography is going to die. No. You still have to put your concept on the picture to touch all the people around it. For my photo, I try to get more in touch with the audience, try to connect with them, try to share what I feel, what I see. Still photography is a very powerful thing, okay? It's one photo going to tell you a story. What's going on, what's happening, and we try to connect with the audience. But you don't have to think what we think, but I just want to try to deliver a message for you. But if you feel the pain, the touch, the sense, and then if we can share that concept with you, I think that's what we try to do.
That's all the time we have for this week's episode. If you want to know more about what we have introduced, simply check out our program website.